give it a little gas. First gear. She moves. What's up guys, DIY Salvage Guy here, and on this channel we just learn as we go. Today's episode we are going to be continuing on our car rebuild series and going to be doing a review on the freshly built 2011 Ford Mustang GT California Special. So if you guys haven't seen the rebuild series, put a link right up here. Make sure you guys check that out. Let's hop into this review and what I think of it right now. So the first thing is obvious, the way that it looks. Now this car is wrapped. You can get these additions in pretty much anything. I like the wrap look that works for me, so that's what I did in my series. But just from a general, holistic look of it, I think that this car looks amazing. It is my favorite Mustang that they have built to date. I think that the fastback version of it looks amazing, and it kept the styling cues of the old days, and it didn't get that smushed face like they have right now. S550 fans, I'm sorry, but the S197 is actually the best Mustang that they have built. This is a 2011 version, so what that means is that it has the 5.0 Coyote engine, which I will show you guys right now. So here's the engine, guys. We have a 5.0 in here. It's pushing out just about 420 horsepower. I think it's a little bit less than that, but in the 2010 models, I want to say that this is pushing right around 330 horsepower. So this is a big upgrade. This is the first year of that. Mustang really knocked the ball out of the park with this. Ford killed it and really did a great job with this engine. The engine sounds amazing. It is a modification powerhouse. I did a couple quick mods on it, like a cold air intake, and I threw an exhaust on. I'll let you guys hear that. It's an MBRP. It was a DIY type of application. It was something that was on the cheaper side, so I enjoyed doing that as well. Engine is extremely strong. Cooling system works great. The battery's not too expensive as well, so all in all, this whole package turned out to be really well. It's easy to clean. When I sell my vehicles, I like to keep it dirty. That way people don't see that I'm trying to hide something, so I leave it dirty the way that it is. That way they can trace any oil leaks or anything like that, but in this instance we show that there's nothing wrong with it. Now, as we close the hood, let's give you guys a walk around of the vehicle and the way that it looks. So we have a custom Ford Mustang GT CS with a couple different looks to it. We got the S550 headlights. The aftermarket mod community on these builds, on these cars, is ginormous. You can go with any look that you like. What I happen to like is I like the headlights of the S550, so I threw them on here. The other aspect is that there's so many different models of the Mustang that you can do whatever type of look that you like. In my instance, I like the CS, the lower valance, and I also like the GT style front bumper as well, and that upper grille. I wired all those up together so that when I'm driving, I got the headlights, I got the fog lights, and I got the two lower fog lights as well. I think it looks really well. Give you guys another quick walk around of it. So here's the Mustang GT. You got the 19-inch wheels. I think they look really good for stock, and I'm really happy with that. So big shout out to Ford for making rims that actually are nice. On the other side, they are extremely skinny, so you probably need to replace them if you try to put on any type of power outside of the stock application. We got the exhaust. The Mustangs have that lower valance on the back. It starts to lose its luster a little bit as it gets older, but a little back to black should help with that, and it'll help restore that original black look. We got the stubby antenna on there. Looks good. It doesn't really work too well. But all in all, here's the exterior of our vehicle, and I rate the exterior and the look of this car a 9, and I think that it is really good. It's the type of vehicle that you're going to be driving and everyone's just going to be looking at you and being like, thumbs up. You're going to be a celebrity with this type of vehicle just because of the community that it has and that it inspires. So let's take a look inside and show you guys the interior. So here's the interior of the Ford Mustang GT California Special. It looks really nice. It's got that retro look. It's got those retro dials. Let's take you guys inside so you guys can see for yourself. Got those retro dials in there. It looks really nice in here. They made it really nice. You got some carbon fiber look type panels. You got a pretty spacious back seat, to be honest with you. This is a lot bigger than what was in the past. I used to have a older Mustang 2003. Sorry, I don't remember what the body style was of that. And it was a Mach 1, and the back seat was really kind of cramped. But you guys can see here that this is me sitting normal, and someone can probably sit back there without any issues. So, rear seat capabilities in a sports car, it's still tiny, but in terms of sports car in the class that it is, I'm going to rate this about a 9. You got your 6-speed. A lot of cars are losing the 6 speeds. You have all of your functions on the steering wheel, linked to the sync Bluetooth system. The sound system on this vehicle is really well. Unfortunately, due to YouTube copyrights and everything like that, I can't let you guys listen to it. But take my word for it, the sound system works really good on this vehicle. Now, one of the things that is really cool on this, and I'll see if I can show you guys in the daytime, you have the ability to change the colors back here. So we're not actually going to be able to do that right now because it's daytime, but the way that it looks is you can go from blue to purple to orange to red to green, and then you have the dials on the outside, these little circles, and you can change those as well. So you get a bit of a custom look. Then you have these little lights throughout the vehicle, these little ambiance lights, and they show you guys that as well. Now, the rest of the vehicle, in terms of looks, style, I'm gonna rate the cab at about a 5. They could have did a lot more with this. It's plastic, it's kind of cheap, but it's a sports car, and you get what you pay for in the price range that Ford gives you. So it's about a 5. They could have did a lot better with it, but it is a Ford, and it's not a BMW or anything like that. So the dumbest thing that Ford did was they put 2 cup holders here, which is, you know, very nice of them to do, but they put them right behind the shifter. So you can't actually drive and shift at the same time. That was a colossal disaster on their part. I don't know what they were thinking, especially because most people buy these vehicles in stick shift. But then you have your glove box or your center console. You got some room. You got room for mess these days because we're in the middle of COVID. You got your sync line in, you got your USB, you got your aux connector right here as well. And one cool feature about this vehicle is you have a cigarette lighter power connector here, and I guess that is to connect any power sources that you'd have up here for a radar detector or anything like that. So they did think of pretty much everything here as well. Now the rear, I also want to show you guys, you can see that these headrests are folded down. They do fold up, and they have a push of a button. You guys could see that right there. That they go back down pretty easily. So it helps visibility. When they are down, visibility is okay, just okay. When they're up, visibility is awful. Now seats. Mustangs are known for having pretty good seats. I was super happy with them. You got the leather here, and they have this, it's not leather, it's not cloth, it's not vinyl. It's kind of like a mix between all of them. And this insert in the middle is really soft. I think what they could have did was made this two-tone. Maybe that's an option, but I think that that would have really enhanced the look of it. The trunk. That's a Mustang. It's not huge, but you guys can see I got golf clubs back here. It's pretty spacious. You could probably fit another set or 2 in here. And it does have enough room. The biggest feature of this is that the seats do fold down. Now, let's get to the part that you probably all are waiting for. How does this beast sound? I'm gonna give you guys a cold start. We got the MVRP catback exhaust system on here. So I'm gonna hit that up real quick and show you guys how it sounds. All right, let's hit you with the cold start. So you guys got that deep throaty rumble to it. That's the ode to the exhaust. I think it sounds really well. I don't even know if you guys are gonna be able to hear this right now, but I think that the exhaust sounds nice. It's got that deep throatness to it. So I'm gonna give you guys a couple quick revs. It's a little early in the morning, so I'm not gonna do too much, but I'll show you guys what it sounds like when we get to about 3,500 RPMs and let you guys hear it for yourselves. So So you guys got to hear a couple revs. We got up to about 3,500 RPMs. When we do open it up, when I give you guys a video of me driving it, that will kind of show you guys the actual true sound of it. Like I said. So I'll give you guys a quick look at the fog lights and everything. Daytime running lights, you got the fog lights for the upper GT, you got the lower valance down there, and you got the S550 headlights. I think this vehicle looks awesome. Let me know what you guys think. Alright guys, gonna give you a little test drive here. Pulling onto a main road right now, so we're gonna give it a little gas. First gear. She moves. She's got a lot of power, guys. 0 to 60. I don't really floor it too much. That's about 4,500 RPMs. But this thing really moves. Drives really smooth. So as part of this car having 80,000 miles on it, I think everything when I got it was original. So I kind of wanted to just give you guys an idea of what I had to replace. So I replaced the wheel bearings, basically the entire front end assembly. So wheel bearings on both sides, inner passenger and driver. I replaced the strut mount on the passenger side as well. There's a popping noise and it wasn't that big of a deal, but we did replace it. Driver side didn't show any symptoms of that, so we didn't replace that. And then we replaced both inner and outer tie rods on both the driver and the passenger side. And we also replaced the ball joints and the control arms for the front end suspension. Rear suspension I didn't touch. So that's really all that I had to do on this vehicle in terms of maintenance wise in order to get it back up and running, that the previous owner could have did but didn't. They probably had some issues. And I also replaced the battery. So all in all, pretty cheap to do. Maintenance wise, very cheap, guys. Not a lot of money if you want to get this stuff done, even at a dealership. So cost of ownership, very, very low. So in that regard, I'm going to rate it about an 8. Because things do break and it's a car, so I don't know if any car will ever get a 10. Maybe a Tesla. I don't know. We'll get to that in the future. Let me know what you guys think. So exterior of this vehicle I think is awesome. I rated about a 9. Interior comfort wise, I rated about a 7. I think the seats are really nice. Interior amenities wise, I think it's probably about a 4 or 5. It does have the sync, it does have the Bluetooth, it does have some nice features in there as well, but they could have did a lot better with it. But it is a Ford, so the price point of where you get it at versus what you get actually with it, so you get what you pay for kind of thing. So I'm gonna rate that about a 4. Then you get into the interior style. I think the style itself is really nice. I'm gonna rate that about a 7 because I do like the dials. You can add your own personal custom touch to it. You can change the dial color, you can change the dial rings, so you can get your own personal feel to it for your own custom mood or whatever you guys have. So I rate those types of features. Price point. We are looking at a excellent condition GTCS right now, looking right around $19,000-$20,000. Good examples are right around 16. So for the power that you get, for the package that you get, for the price of fixing parts and things that go wrong, I think you're right in the ballpark. So if you're looking for a 2011 or around that time frame Mustang GT, or just a GT in general, and you're basically just shopping for something with about 80,000 miles, you know, you're looking for something that is going to be nice for you, won't be too expensive, and you get the power of it, you can look for any type of Mustang that you want. The S197 with the 5.0 is amazing. Don't go anywhere else, guys. Make sure you guys shop for this vehicle. It has my full support behind it. It looks amazing. Really happy with the power. It has the total package. Traction is actually pretty well. Don't get caught up in the YouTube videos of people going into trees and stuff like that. Just don't be an idiot with it. You guys can do really well with this vehicle. So my full review of this vehicle, I would highly recommend it at the price point that it's at right now. You can have a lot of fun with it. So let me know what you guys think about this vehicle, the way it looks. Do you guys disagree with anything like that as well? Comment me down below. If you guys enjoyed this, subscribe, smash that like button, turn on those post notifications for future builds, reviews, and if you guys want to see this entire build be redone from the accident that it was in, check out the link right here for the whole playlist. Thank you guys for the support. Catch you guys next time.